Cool TV proudly presents Kentucky High School Baseball and Softball. Now let's go live to the field for exciting high school baseball and softball action on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. And a pleasant good evening from Raceland Worthington High School as senior night for the Rams as they welcome in the Bath County Wildcats in our final week of the regular season. Good evening, everyone. Welcome in to tonight's broadcast. A little delayed due to Bath County's travel coming from Owensville. It's not uncommon if you've been around baseball around this area for a while. You know anyone that's usually coming from the 61st, trying to get a bus and then getting here for a 6 o'clock first pitch typically doesn't happen. So Bath County, again, Patrick Armitage and his crew, this is not uncharacteristic for them. But should be a good ball game tonight. Bath County 18-13. Raceland comes in 19-8, trying to pick up that 20th win on the season. And more importantly, picking up a win here tonight on senior night. Raceland on the weekend. Good showing here. They brought in Paris and Morgan County, had a pair of 12-2 wins in 5 innings. Both pitchers threw well. They went with Connor Thacker in the game against Morgan County. He went the distance. And then Briar Parsons took the ball in game 2. Connor Hughes finished things out. But the Rams, winners of 6 out of the last 7, dropped a tough one here against East Carter last Thursday, 7-6. East Carter's one of those teams that's right there in the top of the region as well. And that was a good baseball game. One swing of the bat really changed the outcome of that ball game as a 3-run shot from East Carter's catcher that delivered a sizable lead. Raceland scored every inning all the way through. Had a chance there in the 7th, just couldn't find a way to squirt it across. And East Carter got out of here with the victory. Looking at the Rams' remaining schedule, they'll go idle tomorrow. They're back on the road Wednesday. They'll go to Lawrence County. Off Thursday, they'll close things out here Friday against Colgrove. And then next week is the 63rd District Tournament. It starts up in Vanceburg. Haven't heard the exact dates on those yet. More than likely, we're going to probably play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if we run into anything. But probably Monday, Tuesday to get the 2 games in, and then championship on Tuesday. I don't think we'll go with a game Monday, game Tuesday, because a lot of the conversations that's been happening is the regional tournament's going to start up on Saturday, that same Saturday of next week, and they're probably going to look at playing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because the issue we're running into is after Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there's a school that is going to be a part of the 16th region tournament that could have its graduation, which throws a wrinkle into everything. Now, on the softball side of things, it's not a big issue because softball, you don't have pitching regulations you have to go by. On baseball, it's a whole different world, and that's certainly one of the things that they're trying to get going. Softball region will be up in Vanceburg. Baseball region up in West Liberty at Morgan County. We'll have all the action from first pitch of the opening round game to your championship on both 16th region tournaments right here on Cool TV. Raceland going through their final warm-ups as snap it around a few times. Good season for the Rams. They've really started kind of coming into their own over the last couple of weeks, and a lot of that has simply been getting players healthy. I talked with Coach Mills a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things he said, we finally have our lineup of what we thought we were going to have back in April. Parker Fannin was nursing an injury, and having that guy not being at 100% is certainly something that changes the way this lineup goes. Fannin bats in the 6 hole, but he does that because he can work as another leadoff guy because typically they'll have a leadoff coming up, or he's got a guy that can hit with power. He had a Oppo home run here when they played Boyd County, and he hit the ball. He's hit the ball really well, batting nearly 500 on the season. His 75% is better than some kids' 100%, but him 100% certainly does a lot. He's very aggressive on the base paths, and that's something that Raceland has done a lot of this year and really starting to come into itself with getting Connor Hughes on base. He's been hitting the ball very, very well, and when you get that cat on base, good things happen. Eli Lind, sophomore catcher, his bat has lit up over the last month, and he is seeing everything looks like a beach ball coming in. He is knocking the cover off the ball. It's be interesting to see if he can continue this route into tournament play with the way that he's been hitting the baseball. But district tournament is set. Greenup County will play Lewis County. Raceland and Russell, they got to flip to see who's the 2, the 3. They're going to play each other, though, but that's the way it worked out. Greenup ended up at 5-1. Raceland and Russell at 3-3. They split in the regular season, so that does a coin flip. And then Lewis County at 1-5. An interesting matchup there for Lewis County and Greenup because Lewis County had Greenup County beat in that first meeting up in Vanceburg. And they were down 6-2 and came back and they put 6 runs up in the 7th inning and came away with an 8-6 win. 3-run bomb by Jack Gullett there in that 7th inning. Got Lewis County behind the rest of the way, and they just simply couldn't get over the hump and come away with the upset victory. So that'll play next week, and in regional tournament after that, hard to believe we're already talking about the end of the season. We're just now getting weather that seems suitable to be playing baseball. And that's typically the way it happens here is we get weather and baseball season's over. So senior night for the Rams. 4 seniors they've already honored tonight. Connor Hughes, Clay Coldiron, Colt Wheatley, and Jeremy Kearns, all 4 of those in the starting lineup for tonight. And we'll talk about those when we return in just a few minutes. We'll step aside for a break. On the other side, we'll meet our starting lineups and get you ready for first pitch. Senior night for the Rams. They welcome in Bath County. Our coverage continues after this on Cool TV.
Stop wishing you were debt-free. Start consolidating. Members Choice Credit Union is committed to helping you take control of your finances this new year. And all it takes is a personal loan. Imagine one monthly payment at a great interest rate. Stop worrying about debt. Start taking control of your finances. Consolidate your debt today with the help of your credit union family at Members Choice. Visit us online at mccu.net.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Osmond Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street, downtown Vanceburg, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Also, check out their specialty items. You can visit in person or online where you can order at osmondpharmacy.com. In addition, Osmond Pharmacy also has daily dinner specials. Dine in or get it to go. Osmond Pharmacy is a quality pharmacy and grill located in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky.
Back here in pregame coverage as we get you ready for Raceland and Bath County senior night for the Rams. As we got a couple of games left to go this season. Lawrence County on the road back here Friday night against Colgrove. We'll have the call for that one. It's 5:30, 5:40 or so. We'll start pregame. 6 o'clock first pitch scheduled. Again, we were supposed to be 6 o'clock tonight, but again, travels for Bath County. We know that's always going to be a little bit delayed, so we're a little tardy. We'll probably get started around. Looks like probably around about 6:40 or so. But going to be a beautiful evening. A lot of rain yesterday that we didn't know if the field was going to deal with it. This field could use water, believe it or not. Still a little bit of a spot over on the second base side that you can kind of see that is just a little bit – it's not wet. It's just you can see moisture in it. But they could put some water on this field if they needed to. But no need to do that today. All right, let's take a look at our lineup for the visiting Bath County Wildcats. Patrick Armitage as the head coach. Leading things off in pitching is Corbin Sorrell. He leads the team in hits with 31. Batting second and playing second base is number 7, Brock Donahue. Batting at third and catching is Jay Smith. He leads the team in hitting at 354. 12 doubles on the season. He's also hit one of the 5 home runs for this Wildcats team. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Braden Russos. Batting at fifth and playing center field, Bryson Stegall. Batting at sixth at shortstop is Adam Witt. Batting seventh as the designated hitter is Memphis Beadle. Batting eighth at third base, Isaiah Williams. And batting ninth in left field is Logan Hiley. Again, Patrick Armitage's crew, Sorrell, Donahue, and Smith, Russos, Stegall, Witt, Beadle, Williams, and Hiley. Now the starting lineup for the Raceland Rams. Head coach Marty Mills, 19-8, trying to pick up another 20-win season. They would do that here this evening with a victory. Leading things off at shortstop is the senior Connor Hughes. Hughes leads the team in hits, 34 of those. 7 doubles, a triple, a home run. He's batting .425 on the season. The only guy batting ahead of him is Parker Fannin. Batting second in left field is Connor Thacker, batting third, number 7 in right field, Clay Coldiron. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Eli Lind. Batting fifth and pitching is Braden Webb. Batting sixth in center field, Parker Fannin. He's batting .490 on the season. 24 hits, 6 doubles, 2 triples, a long ball. He's driven in 19 as well. Caden Shore will bat seventh. He'll play first base tonight. Jeremy Kearns will be your designated hitter. He'll bat eighth. He'll bat for Colt Wheatley, who will play third base this evening. And batting ninth and playing second base is the freshman Parker Eisen. Hughes, Thacker, Coldiron, Lind, Webb, Fannin, Shore, Kearns, and Eisen. A peek over at the 61st district with Bath County. It sits at Rowan County at 6-0 in district play. Fleming County shows at 2-2. Menifee County's 0-4, and Bath County shows at 2-5, but they're 2-4 actually because they played an extra one. So looks like we've still got 2 games between Fleming and Menifee County that has to still yet to play to be able to get that one settled up. But it looks like no matter what's going to happen, it's going to be Rowan and Menifee in the 1-4 seed, and then the Bath County and Fleming County game will play as a 2-3, and they may just scratch those two because it's not going to change the outcome. Menifee County went winless, so they're stuck there in the 4 seed, and nobody can grab the top seed away from Rowan County as they went undefeated. So we'll see how things play out there. Bath County going through their final warm-ups and round of infields. We get ready for tonight's game. Our trivia question, we'll have it in the second inning. This date in Major League Baseball history back in 1984. An anomaly happened. Took 2 days to play a baseball game. It was a very odd situation, too. We'll talk about that coming up in the second inning. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Ram Pharmacy. For all your prescription needs, see the good folks at Ram Pharmacy. They're your hometown independent pharmacy, here to help you with all your health care needs. Call 606-836-7267. That's 836-RAMS, Ram Pharmacy. In Raceland, your friend for life. And by the Vanceburg Electric Plant Board, who reminds you to always call 811 before you dig. Don't accidentally dig into power lines. Call 811 first. This message is brought to you by the Vanceburg Electric Plant Board. Now, looking at the weather when we came into this weekend, Monday and Tuesday looked like complete washouts. And then yesterday morning, about 8:30, the world come unglued. And it was thunder, lightning, just buckets of rain coming down. And they did not tarp the field after Saturday. And about 2 o'clock yesterday, I guess the rain finally pushed through. Turned out to be a decent evening last night. I actually took my high school fishing team out. We fished a tournament last night. No rain on us whatsoever. Pleasant evening. Not as humid as it is this evening. You can tell the humidity's up tonight. But a little bit of a breeze this evening. We had some wind yesterday. But they came over this morning, dragged the field early. And then about lunchtime today, they brought the drag back out, put in a big hard nail drag into it, dragged it up really nice. And they did a smooth drag on it a little while ago. And, I mean, this field is pristine shape, which it always is. They do a fabulous job of taking care of this facility here, and always have from days back when I helped coach here. And this was, people always used to kid me. They said, you take this good a care of your yard at home. I said, no, this is my yard. I don't care what my yard at the house looks like. Nobody plays on it. But this one's a beauty, and they do a fabulous job taking care of things here. So Bath County's all squared away, and we're about ready for some baseball. Our umpiring crew tonight, Bill Heberlin will work the plate. Lane Hughes will be on the bases. I was talking with Bill. Bill and I, we go way back, and he coached and when I coached, and he's been umpiring for 100 years and does a fabulous job. He's got a really good strike zone, a consistent umpire. He does a great job of what he does. But they're actually going to play a JV game after this one, and Lane's going to be on the plate. And that's something we've always given Lane a hard time about because Lane will not take the plate on anything. So he told me, he said, you got to stick around and watch at least an inning of this. Lane's going to be on the plate. I said, I'm going to heckle him the entire night. But Lane's a good guy. I know him from football, basketball, and does a great job there. He does a good job in baseball. He just does not like working the plate. And he said, I have no problem of giving somebody the plate and letting them take it. He's perfectly okay with that. But we've got a good crew here tonight, and this one should be a dandy. Our executive producer tonight is Mr. Austin Ray, typically working cameras, and things kind of lined up tonight. And I said, hey, you want to try producing? He said, sure, why not? And the reason everything's been out of sorts is my wife has been out dealing with a lot of family issues with her dad and a terrible accident that he suffered and went through. So she's been dealing with all of that. But she's back with us tonight, and we're happy to have her back with us. And I'm glad to be back over on this side of things of actually talking about baseball and not telling people what to do with baseball. So this is only my second game this year that I've got a chance to call, and I'm happy to be here, and especially getting a chance to call here at Raceland. Always a great opportunity. The new deck that they built here is phenomenal. Okay, we call it the party deck, but we've got everything set up top here. Put a tent up just in case the rain. I told them, I said, if we didn't put the tent up, it rained on us for sure. But we had the dome on. So the old joke around here was when Hoof was here that we had the Hoof dome. So if you had a shower that would come out of Lloyd down US 23, about the time it got to Wurtland, it would hit the dome and it would slide across the river. It would head over into Ironton, and you could watch the storms go right down the river from the baseball field, and it would just be beautiful from here. There was a couple times if you saw the storm come up the river, and you were in trouble, because then it was going to jump across the river, and that's when you were going to get hammered. So, yeah, crazy times. All right, we're going to take our final break. When we come back, we're ready for first pitch. Bath County and Raceland here on Cool TV.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family-oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you. They know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC. We are the home office.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Smithfield Foods in Grayson is a proud community partner, taking pride in providing a safe and friendly environment for their workers and for the community. Smithfield Foods is always ready to support our growing community any way they can. Smithfield Foods is the world's largest pork processor and hog producer, and they're committed to providing good food in a responsible and environmentally safe way. Proud to be a part of the community. Smithfield Foods in Grayson.
Back here at Raceland High School as we get you ready for Raceland and Bath County as we get into the final week of the regular season. Rams in the home whites tonight, Bath County white tops and gray bottoms. Rams will go to the mound tonight. They'll bring in Braden Webb. The big lefty has been dynamic this year. He has been pretty solid on the bump, and his numbers says a lot of that as what he brings to the table. And we'll get him on the screen here in just a second and take a look at his numbers. So take a look at Webb there, the junior. 3-1 record, 32 2/3 of innings of work. That's an ERA of 1.50. 13 runs, only 7 earned. 32 strikeouts, 4 walks. He's efficient. He'll throw 3 pitches for strikes. He'll keep it around the plate. Not really going to overpower you, but he's very crafty. And when he gets that back foot slider working, he's pretty good with it, to say the least. Defensively for the Rams, Thacker, Fannin, and Cold Iron. That's left to right. Third to first, Wheatley, Hughes, Ison, and Shore. Eli Lynn behind the dish, and Braden Webb on the bump. Bath County comes in with a batting average as a team at 261. Their top of the order is very heavy, and then it falls off pretty quickly. And talking with Coach Armitage on his way up here this evening, he said they've got a couple guys out with stomach bug, and he said typically we only have about 12 guys that go on a normal basis. So he said, we're limited with what we've got, but we are who we are tonight. So Bill Heberlin, I want to give him a big heads up there. He just turned around and gave me a thumbs up, said, hey, are we ready to go? I greatly appreciate that. That's the thing is with the new thing with baseball of TV streaming of high school sports and stuff, you want to make certain that you've got all your sponsors paid and running their ads and stuff. At the same time, you don't want to miss any of the action. But it takes a cooperative effort, not only just with us, but with the officiating crew. And that's a class act right there by Mr. Heberlin doing that and making sure we're good to go, and I greatly appreciate that. So we're about ready for some baseball as Webb will fire his final pitch in. Lind will take it down. We'll be ready to rock and roll as Corbin Sorrell will lead things off and get this ball game underway. Beautiful evening for baseball tonight. Sorrell step in, batting .316, the junior. 31 hits, 10 driven in. He'll go from the right-handed side as the southpaw gets ready to go to work and get this baseball game underway. This one's chopped foul at the plate. And we are underway. 6:42 first pitch, 77 degrees, partly sunny skies, a mixture of sun and clouds. Winds west-southwest 7 to 10. Flag dancing away from the mast, kind of out of the left field corner, if you will. Webb takes a look at the wristband. Sorrell really crowding the plate. Here's the 0-1. That one's away for a ball, 1-1. Webb this season has done a really good job. Has a save as well. His 5th game starting. He's kind of settled in for the Rams of being that guy that they can go to and depend on. 2-1 to Sorrell. Sorrell, Donahue, and Smith. 3 that'll go for Patrick Armitage here in the first. Two one, swung on, lifted skyward, straightaway center field. Parker Fannin will give it a look. Reaches up, make the catch. There's one away. Going to bring in the second baseman of Brock Donahue. Donahue, 247, 20 hits, 20 runs driven in as a junior. Webb tries to make quick work of the Wildcats here in the first. Throws that one by him for a swing and a miss. Webb, a kid that he's going to kind of stay in his own rhythm. He doesn't rush things. He settles in, throws his pitches, and again, when he can throw 3 for strikes, he's pretty much hard to deal with. That's a nice pitch down and in. And that's what I was talking about when he can work in and off of the plate. It makes his fastball really jump even more. But when he can work that slider down and in, it allows him to do so much more with those other 2 pitches. Tried to go down and away on that one. That one's away for a ball. Donahue on the season, 4 doubles. Only extra base hits that he's had on the year. Webb peeks at the wristband. The 1-2 plateward. This one's fouled off to the right side. Check scores around Major League Baseball throughout the night. Not a heavy load of games this evening, as sometimes you get into those Mondays when you just don't get a lot of games going on. We got a couple games currently underway right now. Tigers-Guardians tied at 1. Nice breaking ball there. Called strike 3, 2 down. Rockies and the Pirates scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. So are the Rays and Orioles, excuse me. Jay Smith, the catcher, will step in. All 3 leadoff hitters from the right side. 354 average, 29 hits, 13 driven in. He'll go to work with 2 down and nobody on. First pitch in the dirt. Other games around Major League Baseball tonight. Athletics are up in the Bronx. Cardinals and the Cubbies. White Sox, Royals, Dodgers, and the Brew Crew. Astros are out in L.A. with the Angels. Rangers, Mariners late tonight. Marlins, D-backs, Nationals, and Giants. Here's a ball swung on, lifted skyward left field. Thacker hauls it in, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rams. Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first inning. You're on Cool TV.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Smithfield Foods in Grayson is a proud community partner, taking pride in providing a safe and friendly environment for their workers and for the community. Smithfield Foods is always ready to support our growing community any way they can. Smithfield Foods is the world's largest pork processor and hog producer, and they're committed to providing good food in a responsible and environmentally safe way. Proud to be a part of the community. Smithfield Foods in Grayson.
Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Bath County went in order. Now it's the Rams' turn. They'll go to work on Corbin Sorrell, 2-4 record, 31 2/3 innings of work. Comes in with a record of an ERA of 3.98. 35 runs, 18 earned. Striking out 42, walking 28. He'll go to work on Hughes Thacker and Cold Iron in the upper half of the Rams' order. Trivia question coming up in the next inning. This date in 1984. There was also a couple of other ones on this date. One back in 1926. Another one in 2001. Sorrell's fastball has really jumped, but he's really struggled getting over top on his curveball here in warm-ups. There's a little bit better, still well off the plate. That's something if Raceland can identify that and not being able to have to let him get into that off-speed pitch, they can really sit on the dead red fastball and get after him. So starting things off for the bottom of the first inning, senior Connor Hughes. Hughes batting .425 on the season. That's second best on the team. 34 hits, 19 driven in for the senior. Great speed at the top of the order as well. 25 out of 26 in stolen base attempts this year. Hughes will settle himself, climb well into that right-handed batter's box as Sorrell into his motion. Slings that one down and away for a ball. The 1-0 upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter for the Rams. Bath County fell to East Carter last time out. 8-0. They beat George Rogers Clark on Saturday 4-3. Had a pair of wins, Lewis County and West Carter on Thursday and Friday as well to snap a couple of game losing streak to Fleming County. 2-1. That's upstairs, 3 balls and a strike to the leadoff hitter for the Rams. This is a typical spot where these teams hook up at the end of the season. And a leadoff walk to Connor Hughes. And that'll bring in the left fielder of Connor Thacker. Thacker batting .314, 22 hits, 22 runs driven in. And breaking ball gets away from Sorrells. What we saw, pretty much the same thing we saw in the process of warm-ups. Up and well out of the zone. Use a small lead over at first. He got a running lead headed towards second base. Here's a throw down, and no. Getting in on the throw there was Connor Hughes with a stolen base, his 26th of the season. And the Rams now with a runner in scoring position. And 2-0 at the plate. This one swung on, lifted skyward, and gets out of play. Rams on the road Wednesday night, back here Friday night for the final game of the home stand of the regular season. We'll close things out against Cold Grove, 6 o'clock first pitch. This one's rocketed foul just wide of the bag over at first base, and now count evens at 2-2. Raceland will play Russell in the district tournament. Plays up in Vanceburg beginning next Monday. You can catch all that action right here on Cool TV. And that one's up and in and hits him. So 2 on for the Rams. And that'll bring in tonight's right fielder, senior Clay Cold Iron. Cold Iron, .292, 26 hits, 22 driven in. 5 doubles, a triple on the year. So a little bit of a jam here for Corbin Sorrell in the first inning. 10 pitches and 2 runners on with nobody out. Gold Iron shows bunt, drops a beauty down in front of the plate. Sorrell will pick it up, throws it high. Coming back down is Russos to get the out, but the sacrifice is complete. Both runners move into scoring position. Nice job there by Russos to climb the ladder and come back down with it. So 1 away in the inning. Hughes over at third, Thacker at second, and Eli Lynn batting .351. 27 hits, 17 driven in. He's been tearing the cover off the ball as of late. It has been looking like a beach ball for that young man coming in. He's got an opportunity here to give the Rams an early lead. Look at a breaking ball that tumbles in there at the bell for a cold strike. 0-1. From the belt, Lynn shows bunt and bounces right up to him and fouls it away at the plate, and he's now behind 0-2. Rams are always looking to play small ball. That's not uncharacteristic for them. They had a game here last week against Lewis County. Parker Fannin, he stole home because he had to run out of the baseline because the ball was going to get there so much later than what he was. Here's a little flip over to the first base side. That one tumbles down into right field. 1 run comes in to score. Cutoff throw comes to the plate. Thacker's in. It's a 2 RBI single for Eli Lind, and it's 2-0 Rams. He's done a really good job of that lately with 2 strikes, of just staying back and flipping the ball over to the right field side, and he continues to stay hot as the Rams jump up to an early lead here on senior night. Zane Bailey will come on to run for Lind over at first base as a courtesy runner for the catcher. And that brings in Braden Webb. Webb rolls this one over to the first baseman, and he boots it. Hefty turn there by Bailey as he gets back up behind the throw, but 2 on for the Rams. So an error on the first baseman, Russos. And Parker Fannin to the plate. Get a courtesy runner for Webb over at first base. I believe it's Brigham Young. It came in, I think he said 12 is what I heard. Fannin leading the team, .490 on the season, 24 hits, 19 driven in. He looks at a breaking ball that tumbles in there for a cold strike. This one's swung on, right center field, giving chase is to Gall. He's called off by the right fielder Manley, who makes the catch. Tagging and advancing on the throw is Zane Bailey, and they're at the corners with 2 down. So that'll bring in Caden Shore, the first baseman for the Rams tonight. Shore batting .308, 16 hits, 19 driven in. Runners at the corners with 2 down for the Rams. Already 2 across, looking for more here from Mr. Shore. This one's just on the outside corner for a cold strike. From the belt. That one tumbles in again. 0-2 quickly to the first baseman. Senior Jeremy Kearns in the on-deck circle would go next if Shore can keep the inning alive. Davidson goes towards second base. It gets Smith to turn and look at him, but no throw will be made, so move him up to second base on the defensive indifference. So now they're 2 in scoring position for Shore, who's behind 0-2. He throws this one down the first base side foul, and he'll get another. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Beautiful evening. 77 degrees first pitch. A little bit of a breeze, comfortable tonight. Rain stayed away. That was the big part. We did have one shot at showers around 5:30, and it scooted on out of here. 1-2, that's wide, and we're even at 2. Or excuse me, 1-2, my mistake. Still trying to get the rust knocked off. Only called one game this year. That was the Boyd County game here back in, I think it was the middle of April. That one's wide. Good location, just a little bit up and off the plate. 2's wild across the board. St. Bailey over at third. Brigham Davidson out at second, running for Webb. So we're going from the windup in a 2-2 count. He spikes that one down in the dirt. Nice pick there by Smith, his battery mate, and the count goes full. Long inning for Sorrell, who's already offered 23 pitches. Rams sending 7 to the plate already. A chance to send another here. Here's the payoff pitch. That's wide, ball 4. After falling behind 0-2, Shore earns a walk, and bases are full. So to bring in the senior Jeremy Kearns, 309 average, 17 hits, 20 driven in. He's got an opportunity to add to that RBI total. 3 ducks on the pond for the Rams here with their 8th batter coming to the plate for Mr. Kearns. Sorrell will stay from the windup. He kicks and fires, and that one's right down Broadway, a cold strike. Kearns went 1 for 2 in the win over Morgan County on Saturday. Big looping breaking ball that tumbles in there, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Parker Ison in the on-deck circle. He'd like an opportunity to go because that means the Rams are going to add to this 2-0 lead. And this is a rocket out to the shortstop. A nice pick there by Witt. He'll take the short route to second base. Let's see that one on replay as he got that one out of the sandbox and flipped it over for the out. 2-0 as we go to the second on Cool TV.
The Tri-State's best gun and ammunition store. The best fishing and archery departments in the Tri-State. The largest selection of Benchmade and case knives. And the largest selection of Liberty safes anywhere. And the area's largest turkey shotgun selection. Get ready for turkey and fishing season at Border Sporting Goods, the best sporting goods shop around. US 60 West, Ashland.
Nothing Raceland as we go to the top of the second inning. Rams 2 runs on a hit, an error by the visiting Wildcats. Have our trivia question here in just a moment. This date in Major League Baseball history. 1984 is the date for tonight. A couple other notables on this same date. One back in 1926, the other one in 2001. 4, 5, and 6 due up this inning for Bath County. Leading things off is the first baseman, Braden Russos. Russos batting .275 on the year, 22 hits, 28 driven in. A pair of doubles in his category there. As the southpaw steps off and forgot to put his wristband on. Hard to know what pitch they want when you look over. They're giving you a sign and you look at your wrist and there's nothing there. Raceland uses the wristband system, so the sign comes from the dugout, and then pitcher-catcher combo just takes a look at that. No signs being flashed by the catcher. And he throws a dart right down the middle. Webb, a phenomenal football player, made the transfer over from Sims Valley. Spent this past season with the Rams on football and in that linebacking unit that took the Rams to the state tournament, or state championship game, I should say. and had surgery on his shoulder, made a nice comeback, and is really starting to come into his own. He's getting stronger. That's the big thing. But heck of a young man, good kid in the building, and a heck of an athlete as well. But he's fit right in here nicely for the Rams on the football side and on the baseball side. 1-1. Took something off of that one and swung right over top of it. Nice pitch there as he pulls the string with a changeup. Beautiful night here for baseball. Slight breeze. A little humid, but other than that, not too terrible. Pitch. That's low. Count evens at 2-2. Webb pitched against Pikeville in that all-A sectional game. Threw a heck of a ball game. A couple of hits both ways is what tried to determine that one. Here's a ball thrown through the left side. That one squirts itself into left field for a leadoff single here in the second inning. So first hit of the ball game for the Wildcats, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Bryson Stiggle. Stiggle batting .283 on the year, the senior, 17 hits, 17 driven in. Webb with a good move over at first base as well. Short lead by Russos. That was at the knees, a called strike. He's picked a couple kids off this year with that little leg kick. He'll just set it down and flip it over there, and he'll have you leaning. Good look there. The runner's taking a very small lead over there. He'll take another step as Webb comes set. He'll come to the plate, and this one's chopped foul at the plate, and the count goes to 0-2. I kidded with Coach Mills. I said, we got to paint the concession stand. We got to paint it green, so then we can put sponsorships on it. So we'll superimpose it in during the broadcast. You know, we haven't gotten a green background yet. The 0-2. Goes to the outside corner, but just wide. 1-2. Good look with our cameras this evening. We've got cameras all over this field. Hat tip to our crew, Austin and Felicia, doing a fabulous job. And that one's fouled away off the catcher. He hops right back up and goes. We've had some crazy foul balls off our backstop guys this year. Had an umpire here last week, had a foul ball come back and hit him in a throat guard and actually knocked his throat guard loose. Didn't hurt him, but it knocked his throat guard loose, and it's been a long time since I've seen something like that happen on a guy behind the plate. Webb will snap over. They got him. Oh, just under. He faked out my producer. It happens. Marty giving Lane out there a little grief. It's all good, though. I think he was under just a bit as well. He had him leaning, though. Breaking ball down and in. That slider kind of evens at 2-2. That's one of the things I talked about is that the way that he moves, he can set that foot down and come right over to first base, or he can go to the plate with it on just that leg lift. He's very deceptive when he gets a runner over there if he decides he wants to go. This one's swung on. Right field, Cold Iron has a beat on it. He's got the catch for the first down of the inning. So to the plate will come the shortstop, Adam Witt. Witt batting .269 on the year, 14 hits, 18 driven in. Russo's over at first. Take a look at our trivia question here in just a moment. Fastball in there for a called strike. This date in Major League Baseball history, 1984. These two teams took 2 days to finish one of the longest Major League games in history. Who were they? The Twins, the White Sox, the Cubs, or the Brewers? Text me the answer, 606-571-7281. I'll check the answer in the 5th inning. See if we can get you a winner tonight. Again, we'll throw it up there real quickly. Twins, White Sox, Cubs, Brewers. Which two took 2 days to finish a Major League Baseball game on this date back in '84? It's a crazy story of how it went down as well. 1-1. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's in there for a called strike 1-2. 2-0 Rams here in the second. Rams sent 8 batters to the plate in the first inning. Shortstop Whip made a heck of a pick on a ball to end the inning. My producer got faked again. It's all good, man. It took me about 2 weeks to not get faked out on my throws. You'll get it. It's all good. See, the good thing is nobody was out, so we're okay. As long as now, if there's somebody's out, then it's a bad thing. But as long as nobody's out, we don't care. Tries to go upstairs and misses high 2-2. Listen, it looks like mission control. It looks like we're trying to launch SpaceX from the deck up here tonight. We've got 5 cameras, 16 computers, enough cable to stretch from here to the high school. We try to do it upright here, though. Swing and a miss. Batter is out because first base is occupied. Runner will take second base on the ball that gets past the catcher, but there's 2 down. So you may ask there, why does the batter not able to run in that position? So less than 2 outs, if a base in front of them is occupied, they are then forced out. Now, if the base is not occupied, they are at liberty to try to run, and then you have to retire them from that point. But then with 2 outs, they can run. And you may say, well, the runner went in front of him. Doesn't matter. With that less than 2 outs, that can't happen. Memphis Beetle, 227, 5 hits, 2 driven in. Runner out at second base is Russo. 2 down here in the second. Tries to work away and stays wide. Tigers lead the Guardians 4-1, top of the 4th up in Cleveland. Rockies Pirates scoreless in the 3rd. Top of the 3rd. Rockies have a runner at second. Rays jump on the Orioles 1-0, bottom of the second. The Orioles got 2 on in that inning with nobody out. Athletics and the Yankees just getting underway. Cardinals and Cubs will get going here in just a few. White Sox Royals tonight at 7:40, as are the Dodgers and the Brewers. Tonight, nightcaps Astros Angels at 9:30. Rangers Mariners, Marlins, and D-backs at 9:40, and then Nationals and Giants tonight at 9:45. Russo's out at second, 2 down in the inning, 2 balls and a strike to Beetle at the plate. Williams stands in the on-deck circle, would go next. Rams in front, 2-0. Good look at the runner back there as Connor Hughes tries to sneak in behind him for a second. He'll come to the plate. That's in there for a call strike. Nice pitch, 2-2. Webb from the belt. A peek to second base. The pitch. Swing and a miss on that big filthy slider. And they go quietly here in the second. Headed to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Rams on Cool TV.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family-oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you. They know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning here in Ramland. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight. Our trivia question, back in '84, 2 teams took 2 days to finish one of the longest Major League Baseball games in history. Who are they? A, Twins, B, White Sox, C, Cubs, D, Brewers. I dare somebody to send me the answer. And don't look it up on Google. I'll call you out if you do. 606-571-7281. Hey, if you're watching along, we're here on Cool TV. Shoot me a text at that same number, too. I'll give you a shout-out on the air. We'll check our answer here in the 5th inning. 9 in the top, due up this inning for the Rams, and the freshman Parker Ice will lead things off. Second baseman for the Rams, 348 at batting average, 24 hits, 11 runs driven in. He'll show bunt and squirt this one foul off to the third base side. Ison, Hughes, and Thacker. 3 that'll go for the Rams here in the home second inning. This one's poked over to the shortstop. Backhand there by the shortstop, Witt. He can't make the play. Infield single on a ball hit well deep in the hole. And he's on to start the second inning. Had a slow roller over there. Witt with a backhand and just couldn't get to it. So Connor Hughes will lead things on, or come to the plate, excuse me. Walked and scored a run. Ison decent speed over at first base with a healthy lead. Hughes shows bunt, pushes this one right up the first base side. Sorer will take the short route. Sacrifice is complete. There's one away. But they get the runner out to second base. Number 18, Connor Thacker. Now, I like Sorrell's play there of just picking it up, taking the out, saying thank you, and going on to first base with it. Don't try to get fancy. Thacker reached on an error. Or no, excuse me, he was hit by a pitch. My mistake. He sends this one to the moon, right side. Manley drifting over by the line. He'll make the catch in foul territory. Ison tags and moves up to third. They won't have a throw. And the Rams have a runner at third with 2 down in the inning. So it does its duty that it needed to. That's one of those plays you almost want to say, don't catch it, because you know what's going to happen. So Clay Coldiron to the plate, has a chance to add to his RBI total. He chops this one back up the middle. Tough play by Donahue. He'll pick and throw, and it's a clean inning for the Wildcats. We head to the third on Cool TV.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with the vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
2-0 as we go to the top of the third. Look at Patrick Armitage there, looking over his shoulder. Patrick, he's been in Owensville for quite a while. Heck of a guy. He was coaching when I coached my time here at Ramland, and really have a lot of respect for that guy, what he's done. He's got competitive teams. He puts his teams out there every night. Win or lose, they're going to give you everything they've got. And it's one of the things that back when I was still here, we had that game with Bath County toward the end of the year. They had one. I mean, it had a dude down there, I believe his name is Cable Wright. And if you've been around this area for a while, you remember that guy because nobody wanted to play Bath County when that dude pitched. He was a big lefty. He brought it. He was a dude. And you were happy to see that guy leave. But Patrick, he's got his team 18-13 on the year. They're going to play Fleming County in the 61st District Tournament, and certainly wish them the best of luck. Patrick, I called him this morning and said, hey, man, can you send me a lineup? And he's like, yeah, I'll get it to you. And he called me this evening, and he said, man, I'm sorry. He said, we're on our way there. He said, but I've got guys sick, and I don't know what all I've got. He said, I'm going to send you my best guess. And that's what we went with. So one of the guys that's in the lineup is this guy here, Isaiah Williams. as Williams batting 171 on the season. And a swing and a miss. 0-1. Eight, 9 in the top, due up this inning for Bath. That one's low for a ball. It's even 1-1. Three hits total in the ball game thus far. 2 by the Rams, 1 by Bath County. Sun starting to peek through the clouds. A little bit of sunlight on the field now. A little shadow or two here. Sneaks this one inside at the knees. 1-2. We'll be over at East Carter tomorrow night. A big one, Easton Rowan, here on Cool TV. Swing and a miss. One away. That brings in the left fielder of Logan Hiley. Hiley batting 193 on the year, 11 hits, 10 driven in. Webb picks up his 4th strikeout of the ball game. That one gets to the backstop on the swinging miss. Back to the top of the order of Sorrel next. We talked about Webb and his efficiency when he works to the plate. Breaking ball stays down out of the zone. 65% of his pitches tonight have been for strikes out of 37. That was his 38th pitch there. Excuse me, his 39th pitch there. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Another good one over at East Carter Thursday night. Raiders bring in the Musketeers. We'll have that one for you on Cool TV. And back here Friday night for the finale for the Rams in the regular season with Coalgrove. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder, Logan Hiley. Junior southpaw standing high on the bump. To the plate he comes. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5, 2 down.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 15, Corbin Sorrell.
So go back to the top of the order of Corbin Sorrell. Sorrell flew out to Fannin his first time through. Nice off-speed pitch there as he gets him to swing through. Something Webb does a really good job of. He really changes his speeds. He works in and off outside the plate. Then he'll come back in and he just, he's not a guy, like I said, he's not going to overpower you, but he really is precise. And you see that so much with lefties of how they can work up and down, changing your eye level, then go inside and outside. And when he has 3 pitches, his fastball has that natural 2-seam curve break to it. That it really tails away from a right-handed batter. And when that pitch is on and he comes back in on the legs with a slider, that makes it really, really tough to handle. There's a nice pitch there. Get it to a 1-2 count. But when that slider's working, it comes in and looks like it's going to be a meatball, and next thing you know, it's on your back foot. He's trying to make a quick work here in the 3rd. And Sorrell steps out. Now, we don't have any, pitch timers. The batter don't have to look at the pitcher. No 8-second or 20 seconds to deliver a pitch. That's not in high school. That would be a disaster. Here's a ball chopped over toward the third base side. That one gets its way through for a 2-out single. Nice diving effort there by Colt Wheatley. Second hit of the ball game puts a runner aboard with 2 down. That brings in Brock Donahue, struck out looking his first time through tonight. Good look at Sorrell over there at first base, sure fighting that sun that's peeking through the clouds. Webb will come plateward, and this one's just wide of the bag over on third base side for a foul ball. Catcher Smith would go next. 2-0 here in the third. Great crowd on hand tonight for senior night. This one's up and out of the zone, 1-1. I believe softball was, senior night tonight. They're playing Boyd. Looking up on the scoreboard, looks like it's 0-0. A fastball that stays off the plate. Looks like a breaking ball because the way it runs away. It's that two-seam kind of cutter action, if you will. Who's count 2-1. Swinging a Mitch at the feet. Lynn will snap back over. Nearly throws it into right field, though. Shore climbs the ladder. Two balls, two strikes. Two down here in the third. Rams in front 2-0. Breaky ball swung on a miss. Strike three. Strikeout number 6 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 our score here on Cool TV.
Osmond Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street, downtown Vanceburg, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Also, check out their specialty items. You can visit in person or online where you can order at osmondpharmacy.com. In addition, Osmond Pharmacy also has daily dinner specials. Dine in or get it to go. Osmond Pharmacy is a quality pharmacy and grill located in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Rams coming to the plate with 4, 5, and 6 this inning. Well, if you haven't heard of what's going on around college athletics, last week the University of Alabama got flagged for gambling irregularities by the gaming board, so much that 3 states told their sports books to stop taking bets on Alabama baseball. Thursday, their coach was fired. Today, there have been multiple reports from different avenues and different outlets. We've heard from Iowa State and Iowa about irregularities involving student athletes and gambling. It's about to get ugly in college sports, folks, and it is not going to be for the best. Sun peeking through as Eli Lynn steps in. Lynn, 2 RBI single back in the first inning. He looks at a pitch away for a ball. And you can't paint a better evening for baseball than what we've got right now. Sun peeking through, nice little breeze. Feels nice and cool and comfortable. It was muggy today, though. About lunchtime when I came over to start running cable for the game tonight, it was muggy outside. You could feel that humid air coming in from those storms, but they kind of broke up as they got closer to us, which was good. But the western part of the state, man, they got hammered this morning. 2 balls and a strike to the catcher, Lind. A little bit of breeze kicks up. See Old Glory dancing away from the mast out there in left center. 3-1. Guardians get back 1 on the Tigers. 4-2 in the 5th up in Cleveland. Rockies Pirates still scoreless. Orioles had 2 on in the 3rd against the Rays. They come up empty. Rays lead that one 1-0. 28-7 are the Rays this year. Here's a ball into the gap. Back drifting is Manley. That one's over his head up against the fence. Lind on his horse. He's motoring out to second base, and he's in with a stand-up leadoff double to open up the 3rd. That young man just keeps ripping the cover off the baseball. And that's what I said. Right now, that kid has to think that any pitch that comes in is just an absolute beach ball ready to tear it off the face of the earth. Bailey will go back out to run for Lind. Webb will come in to the plate. Webb reached on an error, and his courtesy runner was left at third base back in that 2-run first inning. Let's see if the Rams go bunt here and try to move that runner over into scoring position. They're going to give a look with Witt back at second base as Bailey leaks away from the bag. He throws a little breaker that tumbles in there for a called strike. Sorrell, after struggling to get through the first inning, through 27 pitches in that first, he only needed 5 pitches in the second. All of those were strikes, by the way. Here's a bunt as it goes right back to the pitcher. They'll go to third base, and they've got the man running out of the baseline. So 1-5 on the putout, and there's one away. Brigham Davidson will go on to run. And Parker Fannin comes to the plate. Fannin flew out to center his first time through. It was actually right center, and the right fielder came over and made the catch in front of the center fielder. That one's upstairs for a ball. You talk about the Tampa Bay Rays, though, 28-7. What haven't they done this year? Not only are they just taking full control of the East, a 5.5-game lead on Baltimore, who's 10 games over 500. Every team in the American League East right now over 500, with the Yankees at the cellar dwellers at 18-7. Boston's been one of the hottest teams in baseball, along with the Rays. They've gone 8 of their last 10. Red Sox lost yesterday to snap their 8-game winning streak. But you could take any team other than the Yankees right now and insert them into any division in baseball, and they'd be at the top. Atlanta would be the lone exception. They're 24-11 in the National League East. And a 4-pitch walk to Parker Fannin to put 2 on. So third walk by Sorrell brings in Caden Shore. He walked his first time through. Fell behind nothing in 2 and walked it all the way back from a full count to a walk. And now we get a time at the plate. That one's on the outside corner, a called strike. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Ram Pharmacy. For all your prescription needs, see the good folks at Ram Pharmacy. They are your hometown independent pharmacy here to help you with all your health care needs. Call 606-836-7267. Ram Pharmacy in Raceland, your friend for life. And by the Vanceburg Electric Plant Board, he reminds you to always call 811 before you dig. Don't accidentally dig into power lines. Call 811 first. This message brought to you by the Vanceburg Electric Plant Board. Look at Marty Mills there as he makes his march back up the third base line. Coach Mills and I, we spent some time together in the dugout as assistants under Vanderhoof. And when Coach Vanderhoof retired, Marty took over as a head coaching duties, and he's done a fabulous job here in Ramland. That was in the dirt. Nice job there by Smith to wear that one off the chest to keep the runner out at first and second base. A little throw back towards second base. That one gets loose, trickles very, very slightly out into the outfield, and Donahue will track it down and keep the runner out at second. Two on, nobody out, or excuse me, one out. goes to 2-1. The pitch. Chopped out toward the second baseman. This one could be 2. And they can't get the runner at second base as Donahue's throw to Witt goes to the turfus, and they're full with 1 out. Second error of the ball game. The error there on Witt. He couldn't field the throw. And that brings in Jeremy Kearns for the second time with the bases loaded in this ball game. Ended the first inning on a sharply hit ball to Witt out at short. Shows bunt. Here's a throw behind him. They got him. Heck of a throw there by Smith. 2 down. So that erases the runner out at third base. Nice pick there by Smith. Count goes to 2-0. This one's fouled off to the right side and out of play. The thing I really liked about Smith there is there was no hesitation. He came up and fired it. And the thing of it, too, was it was a pitch that was up. So as a catcher, that makes it really easy to throw on. So that got him moving in the right direction, but he threw a laser beam down there to Williams at third. 2-1. Now we got time at the plate as Sorrell started toward the plate, so no pitch. Counts holds at 2 balls and a strike. The clouds cover up our little bit of sunshine once again. This one's chopped wide of the bag over at third, and it counts 2-2. Seventh start this season for Sorrell. He's pitched well tonight. There's a ball flipped over to right field. That one's going to find some green grass and fall in there for a 2-out single. Coming around from second base is Parker Fenn, and it's an RBI single for the senior Jeremy Kearns, and it's 3-0 Rams. That'll bring in Parker Eisen. The Rams, all 3 of the runs coming across with 2 outs. Eisen led things off with a single in the second inning. Really settled himself in out at second base. Does a little bit of rotation work out there at times. They'll play Wheatley at second. This pitch is up and over his head. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Eisen's a young man that he does a lot of damage with the bat at the plate, being able to bunt. He's shown a lot of slug bunt as well, where he can show bunt, pull it back, and rip a ball down the line. He's very comfortable with the bat in his hands at the plate as a youngster. This young kid, he's doesn't care that he's a freshman. He's ready to step in there and really produce, and he's done just that this season. Quickly, count goes to 2-2. Shore leads away from second base. Kearns over at first. Breaking ball up high, but a call and strike 3 to end the inning. Rams get 1. They lead 3-0 as we go to the 4th after this on Cool TV.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenham, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
3-0 as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Rams in front. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Couple of hits for the Wildcats. Couple of errors as well. Moving right along, let's take a look at our trivia question. Back in '84, 2 teams took 2 days to finish one of the longest Major League games in history. Who were they? Twins, White Sox, Cubs, Brewers. I'm looking for 2. Text at that number there on your screen, 571-7281. We'll check the answer in the top of the 5th inning. Take a guess. It's multiple choice, and it's a 50-50 shot. You got 4 answers. There's 2 of them that's correct. So Jay Smith will lead things off here in the visiting 4th. Smith flew out the left field his first time through to end the 1st. Rams trying to pick up win number 20 on the season. Bath County searching for number 19. That's a called strike. 1-1. I try to sit down on the bench, and that sun is right in my eyes. I'm going to stand back up because the tent's covering up. There's a ball rolled out towards short. Backhand by Hughes. He'll plant, will not throw. Heck of a play just to get there. And a very smart play there by the shortstop to stick that one in the back pocket and not try to throw it away. So an infield single by the catcher Smith, and that'll bring in Brandon Russos, who singled to lead off the 2nd. Smith will stay in to run for himself. He takes a healthy lead over at first base as Webb will come set from the belt. Misses wide, 1-0. Top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Raceland. That's on the outside corner there. One and one. They got him. Let's take a look at the replay there. He was leaning and Webb just snapped over, and he goes back in feet first and picked off. So we'll race the runner out at first, 1 away in the inning. And Russos in a 1-1 count. Breaking ball top of the zone. I've talked about Webb, but that move he has over at first, I mean, as a lefty, you already know that they have a dangerous move, but he does such a good job of really deceiving the runner, and he's not afraid to throw it at any point. Tumbles that one in there for a called strike 3. 2 down in the inning as Webb picks up strikeout number 7. And Bryson Stigl comes in, fly out to Cold Iron over in right field back in the 2nd inning. He looks at a pitch downstairs for a ball. 2-0. Three hits for the Wildcats. They've scattered them around the first 4 innings. They went clean in the first, and they've had a hit in each inning since then, but not been able to do anything with it. And all of a sudden, Webb can't find the strike zone. And with 2 outs to Mr. Stigl, he's behind 3-0. Right down Broadway, 3-1. Two down in the fourth. 3-0 Rams. Just high and away. Ball 4 and a 2-out walk. As Webb gives up his first free pass of the night, only his 5th this season. So 2 away, and that brings in Adam Witt. Witt struck out in the 2nd inning, his first time through. Webb 7 strikeouts and a walk. That one's in there for a called strike. It's what you like to see from your pitcher after giving up a 2-out walk and just really never was around the plate where he wanted to be, and like in previous batters, come right back at the neck guy and challenge him with a fastball. Good look there as Stigl takes his lead. Swing and a miss on that slider down and in. That pitch is filthy. It's almost unhittable. And when he's working it the way that he's doing right there, it makes it feel like it's unhittable. I throw it again. Here it comes. That's exactly what he did. He tumbled that one in at the knees for strikeout number 8 as Bath County leaves the runner here in the 4th. 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on Cool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the order back up for the Rams this inning. 2 in the first, 1 in the third. 3 runs on 4 hits, couple of errors for Bath County. Hughes Thacker and Cold Iron. 3 that will come to the plate. Hughes still without an official plate appearance. Walked and scored in the first. Had a sacrifice bunt to open the second. After Parker Ison got aboard. He looks at a pitch down and away for a ball. You talk about a young man that is an exceptional athlete. Great football player. He played every position you could think of. Wide receiver, running back, quarterback. Played on the secondary and the defensive side of things. Kick return, punt return. And then you put all of that together and you bring it to a baseball field, a shortstop, leadoff hitter. He can slap it anywhere on the field. If he gets on base, it's not if, it's when he's going to steal. And then you put all that together and put it into what he is as a character of a kid, and you've got a full package. Great kid in the building, just high character, great parents. Got to see them here tonight for senior night, and really enjoy watching Connor play throughout his career and wish him the best of luck. And tumble that one in there for a called strikes, 3-1. And that's one thing I will say with Coach Mills is, he demands a lot from his players. He expects them to represent the name across the chest of not just the program but the school. And he's got a lot of those guys that do the same thing. Top to bottom of that dugout, and the young guys are the old guys. They represent that name across the chest. It means a lot to them. Here's the payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. And a leadoff walk issued. Connor Hughes, his 3rd time aboard tonight, so he's still without an official plate appearance. So the 3rd walk issued by Sorrell. That brings Connor Thacker to the plate 0 for 1. This one's fouled away with a little breaking ball that cue balls off the end of the bat. Hit by a pitch and scored in the 1st, flew out in the 2nd, but it was a deep fly ball that allowed Ison to tag up down the right field line. Good look at the sky there. Beautiful look over across the river over to Ironton there, across the top of Campbell Elementary. That one's down and in as Hughes faked as he was going and then stopped and stayed put. Count evens at 1-1. Thacker only a sophomore. He's done a really good job this year from the mound as well. Done a little bit of designated hitting duties, plays left field on a regular basis. I don't know what happened. They tried to throw a ball in. It got away from the catcher, and Connor Thacker looked like he was trying to swat a wasp. It bounced straight up, and he just swatted at it. 2 balls and a strike. Hughes over at first. We'll see if he takes off here. Now Thacker wants to step out. Good look there off the camera of Felicia Collier. Glad to have her back. He was toying with him over there. This one's fouled into the net. Austin, you didn't jump, did you? Don't jump. We got to take you off the broadcast if you jump on a ball on the fence. I always say if you set at the fence and a ball comes into the fence and you jump, you have to leave. You can't sit there anymore. Count evens at 2-2 to the left fielder for the Rams tonight. Thacker awaits. Sorrell takes a look. The pitch. That one's in the dirt. Kicks away from Smith. He'll pick it up and hold it in his back pocket there. Thought about making a throw, but you are not going to get Connor Hughes. He's already swiped one bag here tonight. So the wild pitch moves the runner out to second base. So a man in scoring position for the Rams, nobody out. And a 3-2 count at the plate to Thacker. Seemed really gripped up on the bat there, trying to just keep this ball in play, and he squirts that one foul out of play. Two-strike approach, that's what you like to see. Just if you don't get the pitch you like and you think it's close enough to do something with it, just throw it foul and try to get another one. That's exactly what he did, and he earns a walk. Great at-bat there by Connor Thacker. And there's 2 on with nobody out here in the 4th. That brings in Clay Coldiron. Coldiron 0 for 1, sacrifice bunt in the 1st. He grounded out to end the 2nd. One of the 4 seniors this season for the Rams. Raceland defeated Boyd County tonight 10-0 in 5 innings in softball. And here's a rocket into left field. That's in there for a base hit. Here comes Hughes around the right, or the left fielder bobbles the ball. He'll come in easily for the 4th run of the ball game. It's 4-0 Rams. So the first runner to score without 2 outs for the Rams as Coldiron picks up an RBI. That's Mr. Coldiron's 23rd of the season. And Eli Lind will come to the plate. Lind 2 for 2 tonight. Single and a double. He's driven in 2. Did that in the 1st inning. Sorrell a long hold. Breaky ball. It's in there for a called strike. You know, this is a kid right now, you almost look at it. If you've got first base open and runners in front of him, you just put him on. Don't throw anything that this kid can hit right now because it is just, you're asking for trouble. Sun peeking through those clouds once again. And Lind trying to look down the line over to Mills at third base. And Coach Mills had his back turned. Now sunglasses come off and go to the back in the dirt. I think it was from the catcher. Then he couldn't see. Count evens at 1-1. The pitch shows bunt. It's in the dirt. It gets past the catchers, and both runner will advance. Now you're saying surely they wouldn't try to bunt with a four-hole guy with two guys in scoring position. Yeah, they would. Marty Mills will bunt with his cleanup hitter with the bases loaded if he feels that's the best opportunity and situation for them to do at the time. That one's upstairs, 3-1. I would turn and say ball 4, put him on right here. I do not give this kid a pitch to swing at in a 4-0 ball game and first base open. Saying nothing against anybody that's standing behind him, but not this kid. That's downstairs, ball 4. Here's a snap throw back in. Zane Bailey's out if it's wiffle ball. He took it in the backside. If we're playing wiffle ball, he's out. We're playing Sokem rules. He's feeling that one right now. He's going to feel it tomorrow, too. Or check that. That was Connor Thacker. My mistake. Bailey will come on and run for Eli Lind. That was Connor Thacker that took that one on the backside. We get a visit to the mound by the pitching coach for the Wildcats. So the base is full of Rams. Nobody out here in the fourth in a 4-0 ball game. Last look at our trivia question before we get our answer next inning. This date in '84, two teams took 2 days to finish one of the longest Major League games in history. Who were they? A, the Twins, B, the White Sox, C, the Cubs, D, the Brewers. 606-571-7281. I'm looking for 2 of those for my correct answer. We'll check that in the top of inning number 5. So Braden Webb will come to the plate, a chance to help his own cause. Webb 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first inning and then hit into a fielder's choice back into third. So Rams all the way around. And Webb hammers this one through the right side. That's in there for a base hit. Here comes Cold Iron around second to third. He'll come in standing up. 2 runners to the plate, 6-0 Rams. Braden Webb with a 2 RBI single to help his own cause here in this 4th inning. Zane Bailey did a good job going first to third on that last play. Brigham Davidson out at first base to run. Bailey over at third. And Parker Fannin to the plate. Fannin 0 for 1. Flew out in the first inning. Walked and scored in the third. 3 across for the Rams. And they're at the corners. Sorrell trying to stop the damage and hold it at a 6-run deficit. Fannin shows bunt. Smith picks it out of the dirt. Nice job by him. As both runners will stay put, the count moves to 1-0. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try maybe a safety squeeze here, or maybe even go suicide squeeze and see what they could come up with. Just, you're in the latter part of the year. You want to see if you can get this stuff in. But Bailey just dove back to third base. He caught himself leaning, and he's already seen the arm that Mr. Smith has. Tigers add 1 on the Guardians, 5-2 down the 6th up in Cleveland. Rockies Pirates still scoreless in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Rays going to the bottom of the 5th up in Baltimore. Athletics and Yankees, Cardinals, Cubs scoreless. White Sox trail the Royals 1-0 in the 2nd. This one squirted foul. That ball was almost in the catcher's mitt when he swung and fouled that one away, 1-2. Dodgers Brewers scoreless up in Milwaukee. 4 night games tonight. Astros at the Angels, Rangers at the Mariners, Marlins are at the D-backs, and Nationals are in San Francisco. The 1-2 from Sorrell. In the dirt, that one kicks past the catcher. Bailey will stay put over at third base. Davidson will take second on the wild pitch. So now 2 in scoring position, nobody out. Already 3 across, 6-0 Rams here in the 4th. Breaking ball swung on and lifted skyward, deep left center field. Highly turning, looking, he can't get there as it gets over the head of Stigl. Fannin on his horse, he'll slow up and motor in for a stand-up 2 RBI double, 8-0 Rams. That's Fannin's 7th double of the season, and the Rams have blown this one wide open here in the 4th. He didn't get quite enough of it to try to give it a charge to get out of here, but he got it into the deep part of the park, out in those zones. So Braden Short of the plate now, 0 for 1. Big swing and a miss. He was trying to think about the top of the roof over there at Campbell Elementary would be on the right field wall. The 0-1. Nice pitch in there for a called strike, 0-2. Short walked in the first, reached on an error on a ball hit to the second baseman. They tried to take the short route to second, and Witt dropped the ball on the fielder's choice opportunity. 0-2. Down in the dirt, kicks up in front of the catcher. He can't find the baseball. Moving up is Fannin without a throw. I would imagine your infield needs to come in at this point. They're going to stay back. Sorrell will stay from the stretch. Tries to sneak a breaking ball in there, but it stays wide, 2-2. 29 pitches offered in this inning by Corbin Sorrell. He's walked 6 in the ball game and hit a batter. 2-2 swung on, lifted skyward left side. Let's see if it's deep enough to let Fannin tag and try. They will not, as Hiley caught it coming forward. It was a little shallow ball out in left field for the first out of the inning. So it brings it Jeremy Kearns with 1 away. Kearns 1 for 2. Reached on he hit into a fielder's choice to end the first and then singled an RBI in back in the 3rd inning when he flipped one over into right field. That one hits the plate, comes back into our broadcast area. If that net wasn't there, Fannin comes in easily, 9-0 Rams. So the base is empty for Mr. Kearns. First time that he's come to the plate tonight that he's not had base runners on. First 2 times through tonight, he's had the bases juiced. See if he can start it back up here. There's a dart to the outside corner, 1-1. Cardinals threatening on the Cubs in the top of the 2nd up in Chicago. They got them at the corners, nobody out. White Sox and the Royals draw even at 1 in the top of the 2nd. That one hits the helmet of Mr. Kearns and then off the face mask of Mr. Heberlin. 2 hit by pitches on that ball. So that brings in Parker Isom, but not before we get a visit to the mound by Mr. Armitage. And I believe we're going to get a pitching change. Corbin Sorrell's night is finished. He's going to hand it off to his shortstop, Witt. We'll tell you about it on the other side of the break.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Smithfield Foods in Grayson is a proud community partner, taking pride in providing a safe and friendly environment for their workers and for the community. Smithfield Foods is always ready to support our growing community any way they can. Smithfield Foods is the world's largest pork processor and hog producer, and they're committed to providing good food in a responsible and environmentally safe way. Proud to be a part of the community. Smithfield Foods in Grayson.
Call to the bullpen for Bath County as the shortstop of Adam Witt comes to the mound. He'll take over with a runner at first base. The book's still open on Corbin Sorrell. He'll take over at shortstop. Witt's line, this is his 7th appearance on the season. 13 of the third innings of work, 14 hits, 7 runs all earned, struck out 16, walked 3. He's got a record of 0-1 and a 3.68 ERA. He'll go to work on the 9-up hole hitter of the Rams, Parker Ison. Singled in the second, struck out looking to end the third. Kearns over at first base, 1 away here in the 4th. 6 runs across for the Rams. They lead this one 9-0. He sneaks that one in there at the belt for a called strike. Cardinals draw first blood on the Cubs, 1-0 in the second up in Chicago. This one's poked out to left field. Hiley coming on. That one falls in front of him for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Mr. Ison, number 8 in the ballgame for the Rams. Let me go back to the top of the order and Connor Hughes. Hughes still without an official plate appearance tonight and 3 times to the plate. Pair of walks and a sacrifice. Big looping breaking ball that stays up out of the zone. Rams threatening to blow this one completely open here with 6 already in the inning. Here's a snap throw back to first base. Did they get him? No. Just back under the tag there was Mr. Ison. But Smith has shown he is not afraid to sling it around the ballpark. And he's got a good arm, too. Here's the 1-1 to the senior. He rockets this one over to the third baseman. Nice pick there by Williams. He'll step on the bag for the force out. 2 down. Nice play there by him. I think the ball caught him. He didn't catch the ball because he was kind of like, I don't know what to do with it. Then he's like, oh, wait a minute, I'll touch the bag. Nice play there by him, though. So 2 down in the inning brings up Connor Thacker. Thacker's second time through the order here in the 4th inning. Big looping breaking ball in there for a called strike. Should the Rams plate one more and then hold suit, Bath County will need to push it to under 9 or the ball game will come to a close in the 5th. That one's inside. Evening things at 1-1. Thacker's already been hit by a pitch tonight, his first time through. Had a fly out to move a runner up in the 2nd inning and then walked and scored here in this 4th inning. Down and in. 2-1 to the left fielder for the Rams tonight. As the sun starting its descent down toward Lloyd as we're across the hour of 8 p.m. on a beautiful night here in Ramland. 3-1 on the pitch, down and in. Really see that sun coming down that third base side there in the face of Thacker. That was a ball in the dirt. And they're loaded. Well, Clay Coldiron, give me an opportunity to yell Yahtzee, my friend. He does not have a long ball this season, and this would be an ideal place to do one. Senior night here with the bases juiced. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning, 9-0 Rams. He went after the big breaking ball. Here comes the runner home on the ball past the catcher. They'll try to throw it to third base. It goes into left field. Hughes will come to the plate on a throwing error, and that makes it 11-0. So one comes home on the passed ball. Then one on the throwing error. Or we'll call it a wild pitch, if you will. Thacker moves out to second base. So much for the grand salami, Clay. Sorry, my man. He puts a surge into this one. This one's out into the Bermuda Triangle, coming on a Stiggle. He can't get there. That one falls in. It's going to be a 2-out RBI single for Clay Coldiron, making it 12-0 Rams. Heck of an effort there by the center fielder, Stiggle. He got a good read off that bat and nearly got there with a diving effort. Coldiron finding some green grass, and Eli Lind comes in 2 for 2. Walked his last time up. He's got a single and a double. That's an error called strike. So it was 3-0 coming into this inning. Raceland has plated 9 in the frame. This one's rocketed down the left field line, highly dropping back. That one's over his head up against the wall. Here comes Coldiron. He'll come to third base and slam on the brakes. Lind motors in with his second double of the night. And they're at second and third. And much like the ball lost down in the corner, our producer got lost on the play too. He forgot to move the camera over. That's the only place on this field that we do not have a clean shot yet. Next year we will, I promise you. We're going to have a camera dedicated just to that corner. Here's a throwback behind the runner. That one goes over top of the head down the left field line. That'll bring Coldiron to the plate. 13-0 Rams. So now the game-clinching run is at the plate, and Webb, he's ahead 2-0, as it would be 15 runs that would bring it to a halt. He just balked. Yeah, he just balked. He started and stopped. So move the runner over to third base on the balk, so 2-0 to Webb. As the sun trying to dive back in behind those clouds for the final time tonight, and that one comes up and in. Sweet chin music to the Rams, Brahma Bull, if you will. Witt back to work, 3-0. At the knees, called strike. So at least when we get into the fourth, or the top of the fifth, Bath County's going to need at least 4 runs. And that one's in the dirt, ball 4. So at the corners, that brings in Parker Fannin. Davidson's going to come on and run for the pitcher. Parker Fannin, 1 for 2 tonight. Fly out a walk and a double. That one's upstairs for a ball. One 0. Up and in, 2-0. Thought about offering, holds up, 2-1. This one's through the hole. Nice backhand play there by the shortstop, Sorrell. A long throw. He can't get him. They'll try to throw back in behind him at the second base. Heck of a play there by Sorrell to pick it. It'll be an infield single. That's 14-0. That was a dandy pick there by the shortstop, Sorrell. Fannin really gets down the line extremely well, so that made things even more difficult. So now Caden Shore looks this as a pitch behind him. So the game-clinching run now stands out at second base as the sun hanging behind those Bob Ross-esque clouds down over the indoor practice facility beyond the left field wall. That was upstairs 2-0. Raceland has almost batted through the order twice in this inning. 3-0. 16th batter to come to the plate this inning. The Rams have played at 11. That's a called strike, 3-1. The pitch. Swung on, high fly ball. Sorrell settling underneath it. The center fielder Stigl will come in. Let's take a look at that one. He had to fight off his own teammate there to make the play, but did a heck of a job of getting under it and making the catch to end the inning. We head to the fifth. 14-0 Rams here on Cool TV.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Smithfield Foods in Grayson is a proud community partner, taking pride in providing a safe and friendly environment for their workers and for the community. Smithfield Foods is always ready to support our growing community any way they can. Smithfield Foods is the world's largest pork processor and hog producer, and they're committed to providing good food in a responsible and environmentally safe way. Proud to be a part of the community. Smithfield Foods in Grayson.
14-0. Rams lead it after blowing open the fourth with 11 runs. 11 hits in the ball game. Close the book on Corbin Sorrell. He works 3 1/3. 7 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned. Struck out a batter, walked 6, and he hit 2. So Braden Webb trying to pick up win number 4 on the season. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk for the southpaw. He'll go to work on the bottom of the order for the Wildcats, 7, 8, and 9. Beadle, Williams, and Hiley. Bath County needs at least 5 in this inning. This ball game will come to a stop in the 5th. The first pitch is up and away for a ball. And this is a good opportunity here to see how your pitcher responds after a long inning that he had to sit and wait to get out there. That inning took a very long time as Raceland sent 16 batters to the plate, putting across 11 runs. Beatles ahead 2-0. Took a little bit off of that one to find the zone, 2-1. Beetle was strikeout victim to end the second inning. All three of these players due up this inning, strikeout victims in the second and the third inning, respectfully. That's right down Broadway, a called strike, as the old cowboy would say. 2-2. Good look there over the shoulder of Mr. Webb. 2-2. Chopped foul at the plate. Nice job there to get on that breaking ball. That sun just dropping underneath those clouds down there. That is beautiful. It has been a beautiful evening for baseball. Kudos to the guys that took care of the field today, getting everything ready so they could play tonight and honor their 4 seniors. 2-2 pitch, swung on a miss. Strike 3, strikeout number 9. There's one away. So Isaiah Williams will climb in. We'll check our trivia question here in just a second. Outside corner, called strike. 0-1. This date in Major League Baseball history in 1984. These two teams took 2 days to finish one of the longest games in history. Who were they? Twins, White Sox, Cubs, Brewers. Well, the White Sox and the Brewers, they were in a 3-3 ball game in the 17th inning, and the game got stopped due to a curfew. So they had to stop, tied 3-3. They come back the following day on the 9th and went until the 25th inning before they decided the outcome, 4-3. Here's a ball right back to Braden Webb. Check this one out. That was scalded. Yes, beautiful catch there. So 2 down in the inning. It's been that kind of night for the Rams. Bath County down to their final out, and Logan Hiley. Carlton Fisk, by the way, caught all 25 innings of those 2 games. I should say 2 games, the 2 days, I should say. It was a 7-6 win by the White Sox over the Brewers. Fisk broke the record by the longest game caught by a catcher with 25 innings. The previous was 24. Swing and a miss. This date in 1926, a 3-alarm blaze burns down Fenway Park's grandstand roof and their left field bleachers up in Boston. And then in 2001, Randy Johnson fans 20 in the Diamondbacks' 4-3 win over the Reds in 11 innings. Johnson worked 9 before giving it up to the bullpen. It was a 1-1 ball game when he handed it off. This one's foul-tipped into the mitt, and that's your ball game. As a strikeout, much like Mr. Johnson, as Braden Webb picks up his 10th of the night, and the Rams pick up win number 20. Johnson, by the way, joined Roger Clemens and Kerry Wood as the only pitchers to strike out 20 in 9 innings. 14-0, our final score. Post-game when we return after this on Cool TV.
The Tri-State's best gun and ammunition store. The best fishing and archery departments in the Tri-State. The largest selection of Benchmade and case knives. And the largest selection of Liberty safes anywhere. And the area's largest turkey shotgun selection. Get ready for turkey and fishing season at Border Sporting Goods, the best sporting goods shop around. US 60 West, Ashland.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, you know, they know you by name.
You know, you may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit Union. Own your journey.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Final tonight here in 5, 14-0 Rams. They put 2 across in the first, 1 more in the third, and then went to work with 11 runs in the fourth, 16 batters to the plate. And it's a exciting senior night for the Ramblers as they pick up win number 20 on the season with a victory here tonight over Bath County. Good night at the plate for Clay Coldiron. He drives in a pair with 2 hits. Eli Lynn stays hot as ever. 3 for 3 tonight with a pair driven in. Parker Fannin drives in 3 with a 2 for 3 night at the plate. Lynn with a pair of doubles. Fannin had another double of his own. And Braden Webb, he was stellar on the mound. He took care of business, giving up only 3 hits, striking out 10. Final numbers when we return, and we'll wrap it up here in postgame here on Cool TV.
JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. is owned and managed by Shane Wallingford to be a solutions provider for manufacturers tailoring to their specialized needs. It was created with a vision that good communication among all parties will provide the best answer to the problem. From ball mills used in pulverization to custom design of equipment or components, JSB Industrial Solutions, Inc. will gladly work with clients to resolve the issues that are prevalent. Their vision is to make your project their successful business. JSB Industrial Solutions, Tollsboro, Kentucky.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
14-0, our final score. Let's look at our numbers here. 3 hits for Bath County: Sorrell, Smith, and Russos, each with a hit. No runs in the ball game. As we mentioned earlier, Eli Lynn stays hot as ever. 3 for 3 tonight. 2 hit nights for Clay Coldiron and Parker Fannin. Lynn with a pair of doubles. Fannin with a double of his own. Coldiron, Lynn, and Webb drive in 2 each. Parker Fannin drives in 3. Jeremy Kearns adds an RBI single for that lone run, excuse me, there in the third. Pitching looks like this for the Rams. Braden Webb goes the distance, 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk on the evening. That runs the count for Mr. Webb to 42-5 on the year. That young man, he's going to be a dandy, and they'll get him ready for district tournament time and postseason run, as this team certainly hopes to make a long run into the postseason when we get started next week in the district tournament up in Vanceburg. Pitching for Bath County, Sorrell goes 3 1/3, 7 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned. Strikes out 1, walks 6, hit 2 batters. Witt fires the final 2/3 of an inning. 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Did not strike out a batter, walked 2. Final box score looks like this for Bath County. No runs, 3 hits, 4 errors. They left 3 runners on base. And for the Rams, 14 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 7 runners on base. A big hat tip to my crew tonight, our executive producer. His first game as an executive producer, Austin Ray, did a fabulous job. You'll see him doing more things along the way, but he wanted to challenge tonight, and I thought he did a good job. I'm certainly glad to have him a part here, and happy to have Felicia back tonight. She was down on camera work. We've missed her, but a lot of family stuff going on, so glad to have her back. An hour 39 it took us tonight, and it was a good one. Rams found the magic there in the fourth. 11 runs, and they make this a win on senior night, 14-0. That'll do it for our coverage here tonight. For Felicia Collier and Austin Ray, I'm James Collier. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for watching another exciting high school baseball and softball contest on Cool TV. This broadcast of high school baseball and softball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.